one thing I didn't touch on when I was talking about this video is impact I have on students being a Black teacher in Korea. It's kind of an emotional topic for me. Hello everyone, my name is Taylor. I'm an English teacher here in South Korea, and I've been living here for 5 years. Overall, I absolutely love my job. I love it so much. That's overall. I just love it. I love my job and I love teaching. Not at all. I was not thinking about being a teacher. Actually, in college, I studied advertising and graphic design. So after college, I was a graphic designer for a fashion and retail company back in America. So something completely different than teaching. Teaching in Korea was something I always, or I guess living in Korea was something I always wanted to do. And I heard a lot of people come here to teach English. So I thought, hey, this actually sounds kind of fun. And I really wanted to do something more that made a difference because, you know, being in fashion, it's a very surface level, how do I put it? It's materialistic. I'm making windows and signage for my company, but at the end of the day, how is this really helping the world? So I think I really wanted to do something more where I felt I had more of an impact, and again, I've always wanted to live in Korea, so teaching just seems like the perfect thing for me. So I think first and foremost, the thing I really love about my job is the students. They're really what keeps me coming back to work every day because every day is a different day with these children. They just make me smile all the time, and it's so nice to see they also respond to me well and are very accepting of me, and they're saying hi to me all the time in the halls and are excited to see me. Whenever I come in to teach their class, they literally like baksu! They give me a round of applause. I feel like a celebrity. It is fantastic. I'm like, oh no, you're too much. But it just makes me smile, and it just makes my job a lot more fun. So yeah, that would probably be the biggest thing I love about my job. And I've had so many amazing students over the years teaching here. So another thing I really like about this job is that it's not stressful. It's huge for me because again, coming from my job in the US, which was so stressful, I would go home crying, I would stay up till 4 a.m. in the morning. Here, it is a complete opposite of my job back home. And that's something I really appreciate because that really affects your health. And I could tell my health was deteriorating a little by the job I had before. And here, having that, I just feel so much healthier living here in Korea, and I think my job has to do with that. I feel like I have enough free space and free mind space and free time to pursue things outside of school that make that work-life balance really possible. Even though teaching was not necessarily the dream I had since I was a child, sometimes we have to change the definition of your dream job or what you want to do when you're older. You know, sometimes with life, you can be the happiest, again, just having that work-life balance, you know, and you don't necessarily have to be doing something that you've wanted to do all your life. So, and that's what I feel. So, the next one, this one I really like. The paid time off. With teaching in a public school, you just get a lot of those. In contract, I think I get 26 off, plus 11 sick days, and plus all the Korean national holidays, which actually makes a pretty substantial amount of days you have off during the whole year. Again, compared to my job back home, I had 14 days off. That included sick days. I don't think there were nearly as many holidays that we had off. So again, that just contributed. Like, I was just tired and stressed all the time, and I didn't have enough days off. Another thing I really like about this job is that it allows me creative. One of the unexpected surprises I had coming into this job, because leaving my graphic design job back home, I was accepting the fact that I probably would not designing or having a creative outlet anymore. I would be, teaching English language, that's pretty much it. Actually coming here, we use a lot of PowerPoints to teach, and PowerPoint is actually in the whole design atmosphere. I've actually really been able to express myself through the learning materials I create for my classes, and it's actually been really fantastic. Again, I think it's one of those things that really enjoying this job, because I am a creative person, and coming from a creative background, I think even though I accepted I wouldn't do it anymore, I still kind of needed it in my life in some level. I've actually become pretty well known in the foreign teacher world with my PowerPoint designs, so it's like, oh, that's kind of nice too. So much time, but it's nice is because then I can share those materials with other teachers in Korea. I know a lot of Korean teachers actually use my materials as well, and it feels like, again, that I'm making a difference. I was an EPIC teacher for a year way back in 2012, 2013. Best years of my life now that I look at it, because it helped develop me into a better person. Most of it was time I had off and what I could accomplish. Just like you, I am Black as well, and felt the impact I made on one kid was profound. On the last day, he gave me a letter saying he thought I looked scary, but it changed his opinion after I turned out to be nice and caring. This was my first funny as I came back, and am now a high school teacher in the US. Ooh, good luck. Amazing how this was in my list of recommendations, and hope you continue to do what works best for you. Oh, there are so many things about this comment. Actually, yeah, this was one thing I didn't touch on when I was talking about this video, is impact I have on students being a Black teacher in Korea. It's kind of an emotional topic for me, because I know how in a lot of countries Black people are perceived, especially through the media, because that's how they usually see Black people represented. But also the fact that I realized that because I was teaching younger students, I am and was probably the first Black person they have ever seen, met, or even talked to. So on one hand, I felt like a little responsibility, like I hope I can make a good impression. I have the ability to affect their perception of Black people. And I think having that from a young age really is powerful, because I think as you get older and as more messages from the media, it affects you more and affects more of your mindset. But being younger, they remember me, they remember Taylor teacher, and they remember her smile, they remember how fun she was in class and how she was always willing to dance. Dynamic. So dynamic as in ever changing. I never know what's gonna happen the next day. It's always changing, and you just have to be ready for whatever is thrown at you with this job, which also makes it just always exciting and interesting. Okay, so today I talked about some things I absolutely love about my job teaching here in South Korea. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!